This is the second weekend of our annual renewal of stewardship and our commitment to try to live as disciples of the Lord. And so I'd like Tim and Kate Getty to come and share with us how they practice stewardship among our parish.
Good morning. I'm Kate Getty.
And I'm Tim Getty, and we've been married for almost 17 years and have been members of St. Pius since we returned to Iowa a little over 5 years ago.
So we're here today to talk to you a little bit about stewardship. Tim, what are you doing?
I'm getting ready for CSI, like the show. It fits it really well with my volunteer job. Isn't that why Pam asked us?
No, it's our stewardship theme. Connect, serve, impact, CSI.
Oh, well, why are we giving this talk? Isn't it because Pam asked us to do so, and we do what Pam asks, and we write that on our fellowship form?
That's true. We actually do put that on our stewardship form. But I think it's probably because we're fairly active here at St. Pius and in Cedar Rapids. Anyway, when we were talking about this speech, we talked about connect, serve, impact, and connect is really what called to me. I realized that connecting with others is what makes St. Pius, as large as it is, a community. It makes it a family. I know Tim and I, we sit in pretty much the same seats every Saturday afternoon. I assume you all do that here at 11 too. But it wasn't until a few weeks ago that I bothered to introduce myself to the people who sit around me every week. Now some of you know me, I'm not remotely shy, and I'd never done that. I'd never asked somebody to sit with me at the Boy Scout breakfast, which is next week, by the way, or Wine and Wisdom. I just never made that connection.
Exactly, whether you're new to the parish or a lifelong member, it is making the effort to connect with those around you that helps people feel more welcome. Another opportunity is to connect by asking people to participate with you on a committee or on a commission. For example, Randy and Lisa Jones, hi, asked us to co-chair the Fall Fest a few years ago. We never would have volunteered, didn't think we should because we weren't as active back then. But they asked and we did it.
Right. And then we were able to connect with others through the Fall Fest committees and then the other activities that we in turn got involved with. We became friends with the Altides, the parishes, the Tietzes, the Hanleys, so many families. They helped, and those connections helped us to learn to serve St. Pius in more ways.
Serving others has been an important part of Kate and I's relationship since the very beginning. We volunteer together and separately, both here at St. Pius and in the greater Cedar Rapids community. For example, I'm a volunteer with the Cedar Rapids Police Department, Bridgehaven Pregnancy Support Center, and Kate volunteers with the Alzheimer's Association and serves on the House of Hope Board of Directors. We both work for not-for-profits, and together we have volunteered for Meals on Wheels and Canine Cola. At St. Pius, I am on the Parish Life Commission, usher, and have chaired the church picnic and work the tech weekend at Xavier. I love to serve, but again, I was asked to participate in tech by Dan, Jenny, Joe, and Father Vu, and I wouldn't have done that without being asked on my own.
I like to lecture. I serve on the parish council. I serve on the Stewardship Commission. I serve as a companion at RCIA, and I had the great privilege of chaperoning the National Catholic Youth Conference this year. But again, most of these were activities I wouldn't have done if someone hadn't asked me, like Deanna and Lisa and Pam. I didn't honestly feel like I was good enough, or a good enough Catholic, or knew enough to be a companion until someone asked and showed me that it's being willing and praying and really thinking about what your gifts are that make the difference.
Well, together we are Eucharistic ministers, work with Habitat for Humanity and our greeters and sponsor couples, and provide food for Golden Age luncheons, funerals, and we sort food for MCO and serve on the Giving Tree Committee.
We do need to be honest that you do all the cooking, though. I don't.
Honestly, some activities are time intensive and some only take an hour an entire year. This service is a huge part of our lives and helps us feel part of the greater Catholic community and our parish family. We've met so many wonderful people throughout our service and connecting with others.
When it came to impact, that was a lot harder for us to define. Sure, we'd like to think that we've had an impact on St. Pius and on the people that we volunteer, but we just don't know that for sure. What we do know is that our service has had a huge personal impact in our lives and our relationships and the sense of community we have here.
Kate's right. The impact in our lives is immeasurable. We've met amazing people from all generations, deepened our faith, and strengthened our marriage.
Some of you know our families are 3 to 4 hours away, and we only knew one person when we moved to Cedar Rapids 5 years ago. It seemed like such a big place, but because of our service, that impact, we've had a connection. And Cedar Rapids and St. Pius has become our family. We literally have spent holidays with people here. People here pray with us, mourn with us, and celebrate with us.
We probably sound a little sappy, but it's true. Connecting with others, serving our community, and knowing the impact it has had on our lives, we want that for others. Besides, all of this volunteering gives Kate and I time together and time to do our own things.
Which we all know we need, right? For those of you who are already so active at St. Pius, and I see so many of you here today, what I'd ask is for you to make a connection with someone. Someone near you. Ask their name. Introduce yourself, and then use that name. Offer to sit with someone who may be sitting by themselves at Wine and Wisdom. Offer to introduce yourself and ask them to sit with you at Mass.
For those of you who are not overly active, we ask you to serve our parish in at least one new way this year and watch the impact it has on your life, your family's life, and your faith. You could sign up on your stewardship forms and to get involved. Thanks for listening, and if you have any questions, we will be in the gathering space after Mass.
We'd ask that you join us in the St. Pius X Stewardship Prayer. It's found in the back of your missalette. Gracious God, we thank you for the unique gifts you have given us to foster your kingdom here on earth. Inspire us to examine our values, always placing you at the center of our lives. Open our hearts to realize we are blessed and called to share our gifts with others. Help us to be good stewards of the gifts entrusted to us, to share our time, our talent, and our treasures, to connect, serve, and impact the world.